You excited for a hang sesh today? We're gonna mix it up and do nothing all day. What do you think about that? That sound cool? Found it. Hey, oh, all right. I guess we're going to lay down. Gonna make me go right for the belly rub, huh? That's my good boy. Ugh. You know, I never actually understood why anybody sat like this in a chair. Like, I feel like it's definitely a guy thing. Like, you know, a woman probably built a chair, and a guy comes home from, you know, hunting all day or whatever, and the woman's like, hey, I made a chair, or I made this thing, maybe didn't have a name yet. And you know the dude was like, okay, cool. No, what? Other way. Oh, okay. Like this? But there's always some guy that thinks it's cool. Hey, let me rap with you a second. Like, this doesn't really feel good. Like, it's kind of arching my back. And I've only ever seen guys do this. You know, like in high school when there would be a motivational speaker or something, or a teacher was trying to relate to us, he'd do this. I never saw women do that because I think they know better. And us guys were like, oh, that looks cool. He's doing something different. So we would do it too. All right, yeah. Not comfortable at all. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Just not a fan. So one reason that it's important for me to say all this stuff out loud and to document it is because I have been working on, you know, expressing feelings and really just thinking about how I feel lately. And I don't know if it's an age thing, killing too many brain cells or what, but you know, there's a difference between talking to yourself and thinking out loud. Because for me, when you're talking to yourself, it's on purpose. You're like, hey, okay, you know, I got to think this out. I got to talk this out. And when you're thinking out loud, I feel like you don't mean to do that. And I found myself a lot of times thinking out loud. Like, I'll just be in the middle of a thought and the rest of it will pop out. So, you know, and like stuff that I just so in the zone and thinking that I'm not really aware of my surroundings. So like, hey buddy, I'll just be sitting there and, you know, having this good train of thought, and I'll just be like, yeah, you know, what's weird is he does have a nice ass. And I'm like, whoa, whoops, did I just say that out loud? But it's kind of cool, you know? I feel like sometimes you just got to say stuff out loud. Dexter decided to start chewing on a bone. So we might have to deal with that noise. Oh yeah, by the way, I checked the time and I think now it's like 7:30. So I was a little off when I said it was 7, but that's okay, we got all day, right? My goal for the day, you know, like I said, I've been spending a lot of time at Tyler's, helping him with that. It's great, we get to hang out with the dogs, we get to have bro time, we're doing man stuff, you know, remodeling the house, although his girlfriend seems to be doing a lot more work than us, so I can't really say it's man stuff, because yesterday there was a jackhammer in the house used to get up flooring, and Hannah was the only one that did it. She at one point was like, man, I can't wait, you know, to take a break, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Boom, next thing you know, the whole floor's done. Like, damn, thanks. And I'm just kind of sitting there on my phone and she's hauling stuff. I'm like, oh God, do you need help? Like, so I start jumping in, but it's been fun because all three of us get to hang out. We get to hang out with our dogs and we get to chat about life while working on something. You know, I'm not very good with my hands. I'm not a crafty guy, but it does feel good to build something, you know, and we're doing it for a reason. You guys will find out later, not today, but you know, it's definitely it's been fun. I get to hang out with my best friend every day. You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you're making. If you're hanging out with your best friend every day and you want to keep hanging out with them, that's pretty good. And even yesterday, last night, as I was leaving, he's like, hey, man, I'll be doing the same thing today. Or tomorrow, being today. And I was like, you know what, man? Because I was cracking myself up thinking about the stuff I wanted to put in this video. And I was like, you know, man, if you need me, call me. Because a lot of times I just sit around and I'm in the way. Excuse me. But I was like, for the most part, I think I'm just going to take personal day. And honestly, probably get everything out that I want to get done by middle of a couple hours from now. But, you know, this balance part is like, I've been hitting the gym. Like yesterday, first thing I did was wake up, hit the gym. And I kind of farted around until it's time to hit the gym again. And now it's like, you know what? I'm going to start off differently. My routine that I had planned yesterday got thrown off, and that's totally fine. That happens. You know, we can only control so much. But today I can control. I can take a day off. I know a lot of people can't. I don't have a job, like I said. So if I can take a day off, you know what? I'm going to do that. Because I know that there's going to be times down the road where I can't take a day off, and I'm going to regret the times that I didn't take advantage. And you know, I like to dance a lot, and oh man, you guys want to hear my dancing story? I'm not a good dancer. I know that. I don't claim to be, but I enjoy it. And it's funny is I'll dance in my house, record it on here and put it on Facebook, but if you put me in front of real life people, I don't want to dance. But I had a really good, you know, breaking out of the comfort zone a couple weeks ago. A buddy was in town. He's like, hey man, let's go out. And I was like, cool, you know, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I'm going to this concert. Why don't we meet up after? It's cool, what time are you thinking? And he's like, midnight. I was like, bro, midnight? I can't do that stuff anymore. It's 3 hours past my bedtime. I'm like, you know what, man? Just go for it. YOLO, right? It's like you've been going to bed early, might as well mix it up. So we end up down at P&L at this bar, and like I did a pretty good job of not getting drunk, which was one of the reasons why I didn't want to go out, because I tend to drink too much and I've been trying to cut back and control that. But I was really focused on that. I was like, you know what? I want to have a good time without getting shit-faced. And that was something I started working on last year too. And I was like, I am gonna dance. I enjoy dancing. You know, I don't like doing it in front of other people, but it's an excuse to dance. And we have this little, like, you know, our own little area with a couple booths. And eventually some girls make their way in. And I'm saying girls not as just generalizing the female. These were girls, okay? I'm 32. They were young enough for me to be like, no, we're not on the same level. You know, these girls are dancing with me. And one of them, and I'm not trying to be cocky, I'm just trying to be honest, she was definitely trying to dance with me. And it was just like, I looked at her as a girl. I'm like, you're just too young for me. I don't even want to mess with that. I don't think this, you know, I'm just dancing here, girl. Like, I appreciate it. But, you know, I'm not used to dancing in public. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not really that much in control. If you want to stand close to the twister, feel free. But don't get mad if you get sucked in or hit with some debris, you know? That kind of rhymed. So I'm like, it's in your best interest to stay away. Also, I'm not interested. You know, it's very flattering. Your chances are your mom is single. Why don't you give me her number? We can go from there. But you know, I'm just looking to dance with my bros here. And I was just dancing, man. It was just fun. But it was definitely like, yeah, I'm too old for this. You know, because my least favorite thing about being out there was that I was around people. That's when you know you're getting old. But I also ran into some old friends. It was a good night overall. Long story short, I was proud of myself for, you know, at least dancing in front of people. Well, where was I going with that? Was that the story? I think that was the story. But yeah, dancing's fun. Going out of your comfort zone is fun. I kind of did the same thing last week. Another buddy was in town, and I was like, yeah, I'll get out of the house. Ended up having an awesome night. I also didn't drink. It's just a big deal for me, if you know me. You know, really trying to cut back. You know, like I said, kind of working on this balance thing. And I started seeing results from eating right and exercising. And like, I've been seeing results this whole time. That's why I've been going. But like, I kind of hit it hard the last couple of weeks, and it helped. I'm like, oh, cool. Looks like you just slimmed down a little bit. I have some Lee Extreme Motion jeans that are like kind of stretchy, and they're perfect. Like they're super comfortable. My friend got them for me, and I love them, love them. And they've been getting a little looser, you know, which is great. So I gotta use the belt a little bit more. All my Kansas City shirts that I've spent, I don't want to know how much money on, starting to fit better. You know, had to go up to a 2XL. Now I think I'm pretty comfortable in an XL. And yeah, I busted this shirt out, KC Clothing Company. Like I said, I keep giving shout outs. You know, maybe you know, this shirt has a little paint on it, which I noticed when I was standing up. So like I said, I've been spending time at Tyler's helping paint. Kind of bummed. You know, it's not really that noticeable, but it's like I love this shirt. You know.